Yeah, good morning from Hong Kong. Well, as you can see, I'm floating in the water. Today's Sunday, and on the last Monday, the Slipway is very eager to get me the hell out of the Slipway, and I have no idea why. Well, I know he'd overbooked and all that, but kind of really, it insulted me. I was just flat out insulted, pretty much about the whole experience. But anyway, normally the process is when it's still in the Slipway, they'll rinse everything off, get all the old, all the collected sawdust, grinding dust, from all the wood, because it's wood shipyard. And then they'll take it into the water, and then they'll tie it up to, a pontoon or to another boat, and they'll just let it sit there for about half hour, 45 minutes, inspect your hulls and make sure that the bamboo is all expanding in between the joints, and that things are settling well once it's in the water. Well, they pretty much, Slipway went out, and we had to start the engine and get the hell out of there. So, very, very, very disappointed with Kawa Shipyard. Not happy at all. But anyway, right now we're floating in the water, and where I'm at is, if you watch any of my other videos, you will see that this is the South Typhoon Shelter, the Aberdeen South Typhoon Shelter breakwater. And right around the corner here is the entrance and the exit. So I'm just down from where I was, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 moorings away is where I was. And now I'm in just an empty space, and this boat is a mate of mine, and it's his boat, so I've tied up to his mooring and tied up to the side because the space is open. If the Marine Department if they start to bitch, I drop out my anchor. I've got an anchor bow, anchor stern, where I'm staying here until I can figure out what I'm gonna do. Had 4 days, no sunshine, all day yesterday, just rained. Really conservative on the power because I don't have my full battery bank right now. So I'm running at 25% capacity of what I normally need, and that. So it's been a challenge, but it's been a great learning curve for me on what these panels can do, and what I need to live. Tomato plants are doing great. They start with a B. I don't remember their name. These are the beefsteaks. But they're ready for a transplant, so let's kind of go in. I've put the water heater back up here so I can shower. So, again, that's where May and I shower. But we've got the patches to some of these boards that when I was in the Slipway, normally they iron oxide paint the wood just to protect the wood. Just condensation, humidity, of course you're floating on the water, but again, they didn't do it. Another thing that I'm disappointed with that I have to do. I cannot leave the Typhoon Shelter right now to other moorings that I have available to me, and thus why I'm here, because my insurance only will cover me right now, the state that the boat is in, with these ribs not being attached to the deck joists, because there's too much flex. If I were to go out heavy seas, or just any sea, and roll and get a crack and I sink, I have no insurance. Everything I've done has gone to waste. So that's why I'm here. So I need to find a Slipway, a shipyard, that can help me with this. This is too large of a job for me to do by myself. So, one reason why I haven't taken out that seating is because that's what's holding that side together. So I need to get a lot of wood. There's a lot of wood. I mean, this wood is like 2 inches thick. Actually, it's like 2.5, 2.25, 2.5 inch thick, and you can see there's quite a few that need drastic repair. And these that go across have got to be sistered up. And then there's another piece that's under that. There's a board that goes along that kind of holds them, so that the floor joists sit, and it kind of holds the ribs spacing, that's all off as well. When I was in the shipyard, something happened to my inverter that I had just for my refrigerator, because everything else really runs off of DC. So what I've had to do is get out the big kahuna, the 4,000 watt, and I've just got I've got 35 square wire. I've just connected right to my terminals down there, so I'm good there. So I've got power. That's my AC to run the computers and stuff, and it's running the fridge. One other fine thing is May and I got the outboard going, so I have the dinghy running, the little dinghy, which is good. So lettuce is ready for transplant. May has been growing these peanuts, and I'm pretty proud of her with that, but she just got this in the temporary one. But the peanuts are doing really good, and we got to get a bigger container for them. So, and we got more lettuces growing up there. And then I need to put out my cigarette here. But now, speaking of growing in hydroponics and stuff, it's gonna adjust. It's bright up here, guys. It's white. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have my 6 arms for the hydroponics. So there's 7. There's going to be 7 lettuce or strawberry, whatever I put in it. But there'll be 7 per arm. So a total of 42 plants I'm going to be able to put in. And what it is this is my tea. So they're going to go out. So 1 port, 1 starboard, or 3 port, 3 starboard. They all come into a nutrient tank, and it pumps back up, and I'm going to have feed lines. And what that's going to do is on the back of this mast, because remember, on this mast, this piece is going to come off, the little top piece. That's going to come off, and there's going to be a stainless steel mast up above the bimini. So what it's going to be is this piece here is going to be attached right to the back. So if we go up, this is going to be attached right up here. And so we'll have attachment there. And I've got out my other wood so I can mount it and get this up tight. And then there'll be, in the center here, there'll be another center support, and there'll be an end support for the 3. And it's going to go on an angle like that. So as you can see, if we follow the angle, so the one plant here, plant here, plant there. So as you can see, it's going to have a nice angle to it. So that should work. Tomato plants are going to go here, Dutch buckets. And strawberries, we just can't seem to grow the strawberries. They germinate and then they die. So I think we're just going to have to go buy a couple plants, and then as the runners start coming off, and just make plants off of the runners. So that's what's on with the hydroponics. In here, I've got, again, I've got this board up. This has all been repaired. I don't know if this is adjusted. Hopefully you can see it. But there's a lot of space back there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to have shelves in there to put bedding and sheets and lots of towels, because when you go out swimming you need towels. So we put that. I'm going to have watertight hatch doors, and that'll kind of come down so you can go in to get that, and then I can finish my shower. I've got to take this out again, but not again, but I have to take this out, put in a smaller sink, but again, that will be the shower. The water heater I've decided to put right here. So I've got my control, winter and summer settings, run the LPG, everything should be really good. Because that sticks out like 6.5, 7 inches, I've got this from a mate of mine, and it's because the tap's going to go down here, so then this will be up and it'll be away, so when we shower, that'll be right there. And then the shower curtain will be in the middle. So I've patched all that up. Things are good there. Head's working fine. Got since Monday to Sunday so far. Sucker works. But that's what's going on in there. sun's back out. It's kind of got overcast. So right now, got 11 ants coming in. I'm just kind of balanced right now. It's not bringing any more because battery's at 100%. So it's controllers just allowing just about 300 watts to come in. So, and I'm at 26.7. So I'm at a bulk right now. If I'm at a bulk, it should be coming in more. Well, probably under a cloud right now. That's why. But because again, I've got the computer on, fridge is all on, everything's running off of that. So life is good. So power. I'm not in the Slipway. I'm not in the shipyard, guys. There's two other issues that have come up, and on the starboard side water tank, I found I had a leak in that one because I never used that one since I've got it. So I found where the leak is. I thought I patched it, filled it up with water, which is about 120 US gallons. And when the stainless steel moved out, the patch that I had in there, something happened, so it's a small drip now. And then over on the port side, excuse me, over on the port side, the tank itself, I don't know what was happening because I'm putting in filters, water filters and that before the pump, and because they're old stainless tanks and Lord knows what's really in there, so I'm filtering those out. May had said the coffee tastes weird, which when she makes coffee, the water isn't properly filtered, so we're getting in particle filters, coalescing filters, all that, so she has good coffee. I'm not a coffee drinker. But on this one, where the bib is that comes out of the tank, there's a small little leak around that. So I've got to drain that tank, and I've got to try to fix that. So once I can get the water, that problem taken care of, and I've got wood. I've got lots of wood here. I've got this other, if I have to use up some of this stuff for the hydroponics, I mean, I'm going to use it. Be an expensive and pretty sexy hydroponic system with teak on the outside of a nutrient tank, you know, fiberglass and polyester on the inside. But and again, when this polyester urethane dries, it's the MSDS everything says after 72 hours guaranteed to be food grade, and that's I think it's US tested MSDS, so I'll take that with a grain of salt, or trust it or not. Choice is yours. But other than that, we're moving steady by jerks, and the thing is, I'm glad to be floating in the water. The days in the Slipway, just the land doesn't move. I don't like it. I don't like it. I can't remember the last time that I slept on the land, but now I can say it was a week ago. And I didn't like it. I don't want to go back to the land. This is where I belong, and this is where I'm most happy. And I just love the way it moves. Love the way it moves. So, anyway, here we are. We're in the marina, and I'm on the water, and everything's going good. So, and I'm really happy about, I've got the two Morningstar RS485 to serial. The proprietary connectors made by Morningstar, I put those right in. These two controllers connected right to the MPPT controller, straight into Ethernet. I see all three of them. I have all three of them are connected, so I'm ecstatic about that. I'm really happy. So although Morningstar's tech support have had zero help and zero assistance, what I've tried, I've learned by falling on my face, and it works. Well, Morningstar stuff, if you guys, it's good stuff. I'm not going to say anything bad about it. They work great. They're marine grade, so salt water and all that, all the components inside, and they're workhorses. They work for me. So I'm not promoting them whatsoever, but they work for me. And you know, if you're in the similar situation, you can use the MPPT for even the LifePo 4 battery banks in your custom settings. So I'm really happy with it, and I think I will always stay with Morningstar, even though they don't have the technical support that is needed for your networking and that. Your basic, how do I connect the batteries and where do I put my shutoff valves, their technical support is adequate for that. But other than that, the system is working. So, system's working, my solar panels are pulling and charged. We got a bunch of sunshine right now. It's kind of curious what we got. What's coming in? Look at that. We're in absorb. We're at 18.1 amps. So I've got 544 watts coming in. So give me my 18 amps. So I am very, very happy. And so still an extra 7.18 amps is going into the batteries. And again, at 29.5. So we're... In fact, that's higher. It should be 29. Should be 29.2 is my absorb stage, and that goes on for 180 minutes. So that's a bit high. I'm probably gonna have to go in through the computer, and I'll have to change that because that's 0.3 volts. That's okay. Oh, because it just dropped. But yeah, it's 0.3 volts above. You know, and I want it to be precise. So, that is life for me. It looks like these guys are going to go out. Zaza. Alright guys, back in the marina. Life is good. Floating. I hope you guys have a great weekend. So, from May and Alan, be good, be safe, and always be well. Bye-bye.